Good afternoon, and I'm Li Jun. Actually, my name is Li, and I'm founder of Ontology and also co-founder of OnChain. And today's topic, usually we talk about Ontology, we have a lot of technical topic, consensus model and peer-to-peer protocol and governance model, even some crypto algorithm mechanism. But today, I don't want to talk about too much technical details. I don't want to focus on one thing, is business scenario. Since it's boring topic about blockchain. Everyone talk about blockchain, it's kind of technical geek and technical things. But today I want to more focus on business scenario, and we can review, okay, how the blockchain really can support the real business scenario, how the future and the direction of the blockchain in next station. Okay, first we discuss the question is blockchain is a mainstream technology or not? Or we can change the question to become is currently blockchain industry is a mainstream industry or not? Blockchain is quite hot. We'll have a lot of meeting and lots of topic. I think many forum is talking about blockchain. But unfortunately, from my point of view, this question, the answer is not. And why is still blockchain is not mainstream industrial technology? When you review or check your daily work, daily life, and your really daily business process, you will find how much application, how much real scenario you are dependent on blockchain application. Almost zero. Only digital assets investment was kind of, you can figure, okay, this scenario is quite hot. But the daily life, still a lot of application, not blockchain-based. Normally, it's internet-based. So the question is why? Why blockchain still not impact our daily life, even impact our daily business scenario? So the question is, what make blockchain so special? Even they have zero application in our daily life, still quite hot. Why people think it's so special? Yes, blockchain have a lot of advantage. You can think it's distributed ledgers and the tracking, security, and all those special is just because blockchain is first time we can build an ecosystem just based on technology. The whole ecosystem, we have some technology-based functionality like the digital assets or biotricks, but that is not a whole ecosystem, whole mechanism. The blockchain or the other Bitcoin already proves that we can build just based on the technology. But why still not support our daily life? So we begin to there's several user story about that. It's not good enough right now. More requirements from the real business is coming, cannot be supported by our currently infrastructure in blockchain. So we begin to several the real user case. The next generation, if we want to be the next generation infrastructure, is not good enough. The question is coming is what else we need for blockchain as an infrastructure. So several stories maybe we can discuss about that. One is assets tokenization. Everyone is talking about the tokenized everything. The digital assets and become a real for the real assets. For example, the table, we can digitalize the table as a token. And I can transfer the token to you. But imagine the situation, you have got a table token from me. But I reject give you token, give you a table in real life. What you will find the help for this situation? Not depend on blockchain. You want to find your lawyer or the police or the legal system, etc. in different area. Not only depend blockchain. That means even we can tokenize everything, but we also need the real support in different legal system and the daily life. So the second scenario is about the digitalized assets. We need a lot of the blockchain infrastructure to support that. You can find most those kind of supporting cannot be finished or cannot be implemented in current blockchain infrastructure. And another scenario is like human resource part recruitment. You can find many scenarios, CV resumes. You can find, okay, a lot of raw information. And the high cost to verify everything. High cost to do the background checking and many things. You can difficult to find the suitable candidate in many times, and a lot of cost to be used in human resource part. Everyone talk about the blockchain can be a very good infrastructure for this program. But when you really think about that, you will find still a lot of module you need to set. Include the integrated many different data sources. We are talking about decentralized everything, but you find a lot of trust source still is centralized. From the governments, from company, from university, not all. How to do that in the decentralized ways, to integrate it different trust source based on that, as a new imagination for that. And we can check the most case forces. Another case is from medical, is you can find in currently, they have the complex procedure. The doctor to pharmacy to plus, a lot of is different organization, different company, and different people involved in. And currently, government have built a very vertical IT system to support the cooperation in this area. But the business process always be changed. And the vertical IT system also is high cost and easily to maintain, and cannot enlarge the scope to cover more scenarios. So we said, FDA also fund some information or facility infrastructure to support more the infrastructure support those kind of functionality and to support the situation. But the situation is not only information sharing. It's about how to trust the information, how to trust the data between the cooperation. Okay, you can think, okay, what is requirements from based on those scenario, the blockchain as an infrastructure. And another final story is about financial service. You can find the exclusive financial service for the individual, for the medium or small company. You find it's difficult, especially in China. It's high cost. It's why? Because the cost for doing those kind of business case is similar cost with to service for this big company. But where the cost be coming is always focused on risk control, because we need to verify everything for an individual to give you a financial service. Even the service is very small. We cannot cover my cost just from my profits. So you imagine how about every people can prove themselves. They can do this control by themselves. But only based on the current digital world blockchain, it's difficult to do that because that's not linked to your real daily life. So that part also is kind of the dilemma or difficult things to do. So what is required for this kind of scenario for blockchain? You can find if blockchain cannot support a real scenario, only is kind of technical research, only the digital assets investment or digital assets trading, it's never will be the mainstream industry. It's never will not be a next generation internet or other things. So, but when you want to support a real business scenario, that is not an easy thing. You will find owning blockchain infrastructure is not enough. You need a lot of module to build a bridge to link the real business world and the real business scenario. You will find a lot of more requirements. Actually, you need the new infrastructure to support that. So what kind of infrastructure we want to have to blockchain in next stage, in next phase? We want to have a decentralized platform or infrastructure that can integrate the centralized data source with decentralized data source together to work together to do the cooperation or collaboration during the decentralized platform. That means we don't want to decentralize everything to replace current centralized service. We want to integrate it to link to the world, build the bridge, link to the real world. Okay, that is the things we are doing. But when you're doing this direction, you also face a lot of the trade-off, how to do that. A lot of permissions, blockchain, and public blockchain. What is the future? And you find a lot of successful and challenges. Permission blockchain can support quickly for some specific area, specific scenarios, but it's difficult to enlarge to the large scope. If you want to do the flexible, the cooperation and the scalability, public blockchain is the future and maybe a better direction. But even for public blockchain, you still are facing a lot of challenges. Two important challenges. One is very clear, is performance. You want to support real digital assets is fine, but you want to support a real business scenario. The scope were very large, a lot of data, a lot of transaction, and how to fix the performance issue is important. But another issue actually is more important than performance, because the different real business digital assets scenario is quite similar. Different digital assets scenario is quite similar. It's like trading or settlement. But for the real business scenario, many have a specific requirements. The requirements is not only in the decentralized application level, it's in the infrastructure level. They need their own consensus models. They need their own governance models, even some permission policy and different. They need to do a deeply customization for the infrastructure level. That means owning single one public blockchain with stable governance model or consensus model is not good enough to support this kind of scenario. So the public blockchain also need a change and also need development in the next phase. You need integrated public service blockchains with application blockchains. That means not only single public blockchain. It's kind of chain network. They can different application chain or business chains can support specific scenario or specific industry. And the public service chain can support like identity service, data exchange service, or digital assets service, those kind of public chains. They can work together as a protocol groups, not one interchain group. Currently, we are talking about the interchain protocol, always talk about the digital assets cross the chain. But the requirements is really cover this part. Do you really want to the digital assets just cross-chain digital assets exchange? Those kind of scenario actually currently centralized exchange is doing very well. You can in the decentralized exchange to exchange every token to the token, each token pair in the centralized exchange. They already done that. But most real case is chain and chain, they have the different cooperation scenarios with different interchain protocols, like the identity mapping, account mapping, data exchange, and even consensus model integration. So we need protocol groups to support that part. And if we have those kind of new infrastructure, have a multiple chain network, and also have the different protocols, is that good enough? Not. The bridge is still not in there. We only have a structure, and the real world still need another bridge. This is what we're doing in Ontology. We call that bridge as trust network. What is trust network be included in? Trust network is a group of the common modules, like the decentralized identity system. The identity system, not only the identity private, is a disputed identity framework, can link different trust source from maybe from the centralized trust source or from a decentralized trust source like the government, company, university, and also from the decentralized trust source, from the community, from social network, from your friends, from your family. Everyone can be the verification provider or vendor to prove others. Or we can mix those kind of trust source, become a decentralized identity system. So everyone can have a trust package on blockchain, controlled or maintained, managed by yourself. And you can use this trust package to prove yourself in different scenario, in different country, in different area, different business process, and in your daily life. And those kind of distributed identity system framework not only can use by people, used for people, and also can for the objects, virtual content, the picture, the audio, the video, the table, the desk. So everything should have their life cycle requirement, should have the owner, the trust package. And based on that, we can have the distributed data exchange protocol. Based on the protocol, you can build different data exchange for different industry. And based on that, we have a distributed reputation system. Everyone should have a different rating score, rating logic to prove yourself. You can use different rating or reputation score to prove yourself in different scenarios. And you can add more modules for this part. Distribute the digital electronic contract, or distributed signature service. All those build the bridge can link to a real business scenario. And once the blockchain, the transaction, or blockchain the business process, they can prove in the digital world, for example, by your private key or the crypto mechanism. But if you want, if necessary, they also can support in the real world by different legal system or different community or different group. So chain networks means we should have multiple blockchain. Some common blockchain private common service like smart contract, digital assets, and settlement, and the identity, and the data exchange. But also can build the vertical, the different business blockchain, focus on different scenarios, supply chain, or the other kind of the business scenario. You can build your own blockchain, and it's so flexible. The chain and chains, the cooperation, you can base on different protocol, and to do that. So Ontology, the version 1, will include the different layers to set that. The first is Ontology infrastructure, include Ontology blockchains. That means one or multiple common service public blockchain. Ontology blockchain framework is a modularized framework. You can use the framework to customize your own public blockchain. You can choose different consensus module, different storage mechanism, even different peer-to-peer protocols to build your own blockchain to meet your requirements for your specific business scenario. And different interchain protocols. Some protocols are designed by Ontology team, and some protocols is from another team if we can prove the protocol can be used. For example, the digital assets exchange from the Cosmos or the Procdot, like this kind of protocol, and also the data mapping or identity mapping. You can choose different protocol, depends on your scenario, how you do the cooperation with other blockchain. That is, you have a lot of options based on that. The second level is kind of trust cooperation platform or trust networking, include OntID. OntID not an identity vendor, is an identity framework. Every identity verification private, they can list their service, no matter it's centralized or decentralized. Even you are just a person, you want to prove private verification for your friends, and you can list the service on Ontology framework to build the trust package for everyone. And the data exchange, and the distributed reputation system, and more, like just I mentioned, distributed contracts and signature service. And the application level, the version 1, we have 3 common service for that part. On 2 is integrated application. You can manage your digital assets, manage your identity, manage your trust package I just mentioned, and manage your verifiable client. You can clone everything. You can build your trust information. For example, I can list information. I'm a technical guy in blockchain for 5 years. Yes, I can list every client, but I can find the provement. I find the verification service for my client. That means I can build the data to prove myself. I can manage my own data, trust data, and the trust package. And the Ontology TSE is trust search engine. Just like images, in the next the blockchain world, we can call blockchain world is trust world. In that trust world, we still have search engine like Google. But the difference is, whenever you search out people, data, information, service, you can easily to verify what is good, what is bad, what is true, or what is not. You can automatically to control and use your privacy, your personal data. So that is a trust search engine in the trust world. And the DDXF, the data exchange, distributed data exchange framework, you can based on that easily build different kind of data exchange in different industry. So that is, we want to build an integrated platform to support a real business scenario, not only issue token. Just Ontology, we don't want you just issue token on Ontology platform. We want you build your real scenario Ontology. Of course, we are not the experts for different industry. You are, but you are. You can base on your industry to design or reform your business process. No matter you have a technology background or not, Ontology will do the rest things for you. Thank you.